Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. This one is for the ladies. This is to show how the ladies are doing time in prison so that y'all don't sit here and say that you wasn't warned, as well as the men at Unique Mecca Audio. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's page, Juanita Mecca Audio. I also got Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories for more of these. And I got Mecca Audio TV. Let's get it popping. Let's get into the mix. All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mech Audio, man. This one here is going to be about women's prison, what it's like in a women's prison. So sit back, enjoy the ride. And I want to thank everybody for your Cash App donation that helped me to build this studio and give you the best content. Let's get this thing moving. Now, sit back, because I know a lot of you women think you're immune from this. This can't happen to you. So that's why I'm doing this video.
I just want to shout out Chastity for taking the time out and helping to put us through to the outside world. Shout out to all the subscribers who've taken the time out to review and follow. And make sure you guys continue to show our love and support.
There are a total of 190,600 women currently incarcerated in prison, housed in 473 correctional facilities throughout the United States, compared to the 1,147,359 male population of men incarcerated throughout the United States among the 1,700 prison facilities, with Texas having the most prisons at a total of 313 facilities. There are a total of 52 women sitting on death row waiting to be executed, with the youngest person being Christia Pike, who is 48 years old. She is on death row for smashing another girl's skull on the concrete because she became jealous of the other girl for flirting with her boyfriend.
Now, she done smashed a girl's head for flirting with her boyfriend. The girl is no longer here. She's serving multiple years in prison, possibly life. We're going to find out in a minute. Well, she on death row, so we know it's life. They trying to take her life. All right, so let's get this right. But yet the man is out there with another woman. You're in jail doing life on death row. You ladies put me in there in the comments and let me know if that's worth it to you. All right, the man is out there schooled. He want to school. You stuck in a cell waiting to be executed. And the girl that you smashed the skull, she's no longer here. Let's get this moving.
Christia even kept parts of the victim's skull.
Is that crazy? She kept parts of the victim's skull.
Sexual abuse in female prisons is a major issue, with numerous reports and studies documenting widespread misconduct by prison staff and other inmates. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, thousands of incarcerated women report being sexually victimized annually.
You see them twerking and all that? Now, imagine if you're a male officer, you working there, you walk down the tier, you see the girls twerking, cheeks everywhere, just the clap, 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 clapping. What would you do? Be honest. Put it in the comments.
With many more incidents likely going unreported
Look at 'em.
due to fear of retaliation from the prison officers or from the warden himself. For example, in March of 2022, the FBI raided the all-female prison located in Oakland, California, where the prison warden was caught running a club, allowing male prison guards to sexually abuse and assault female inmates. The warden was also caught having naked photos of female inmates on his work cell phone. The warden kicked off his secret operation by falsely promising female prisoners that he would transfer them to any other prison that they would like.
If you was locked up and you was in a prison that they rocking and rolling and fighting in, and the warden said, look, give me some head and I'll transfer you wherever you want to go. Be honest, ladies. Would you take that? Or men, if you're in a prison that's ran by females, you got a female warden, she say, yo, go down and do me and I'll send you to a safer prison where you ain't got to worry about the deuces going off every minute. Would you do it, gentlemen? Let's be honest. Put it in the comments.
And he would also falsely claim that he would help them get released home early, only if they would have sex with him.
All right, I want to ask you another one, Rock. This one always ran on my mind. Let's ride. I want to ask you a question, Rock. We locked up and our girls doing everything they can to get outside of jail. They coming to visit us. They taking phone calls. They doing the time with us. They even set their alarm clock around the count time at the prison so they know when there's count time they could go take a shower and then come back, lay down in the bed and wait to take the call. Now, if the judge said that if your woman that you love that's doing all this for you, was to have sex with him, that he would release you, would you allow your woman to have sex with that warden in order to get off your life sentence? Put it in the comments, or even get off your 5 years. If you had 5 years, would you allow him to do it? If you had a life sentence, would you allow him to do it? Let's keep it 100.
The warden would not follow through with his promises, and he would even strip away any female inmates' belongings or privileges if they made any complaints about him or even attempted to tell any higher authorities.
Now, what would you do if you had your woman go, pleasure this warden thinking that you're going to get out, and then the warden say, nah, I changed my mind? Or ladies, what would you do if the warden had you go down on him, telling him that he'll transfer you to another jail or he'll release you, and he said, I changed my mind? Let's get this going. Put it in the comments. This is a real conversational video right here.
He would even transfer female inmates to more dangerous prisons if they did not want to have sex with him.
Now, so in other words, he's going to send you to a prison that they rocking and rolling, and you could possibly lose your life if you don't have sex with him. Now, listen to what he do with the candy cane. This sounds a lot like Bill Clinton with Monica Lewinsky in the Oval Office, when Monica Lewinsky said that she was going to Washington, D.C. to get what she labeled as her presidential knee pads. So she left with intentions to get on her knees with knee pads and suck off the president. She went up there, manipulated them, sucked them off, and do you think that he was entrapped? That means that he was tricked into it? Do you think he should be punished for it when this was her motive all the time, to go up there and get on her knees, and she went and did and accomplished just that?
The warden even went as far as sticking half-eaten candy canes in females' vaginal areas.
Now, come on, dog. This the warden, man. The warden is sticking half-eaten candy cane. He's sucking a candy cane. He's putting it in the female while he's sitting there promising them freedom and transfer, and then he renege on that. Y'all put this in the comments. Please put this in the comments.
He would eventually be sentenced in 2024 to 70 months in prison.
Do you think 70 months in prison is enough for that type of crime? Let's get that in the comments.
And to pay a $15,000 fine.
And only pay $15,000? I know a lot of men that'll pay $15,000 to be in a warden situation with all these women. Would you pay $15,000 to have access to 650 women at your beck and call?
And 2 months later, the prison would close down, and the 605 female inmates were transferred to different prisons throughout the United States. Female inmates undergo...
Yo, she's a cutie. What y'all think about her? Put it in the comments, man. Put it in the comments. If you had a chance to tell her that you'll release her if she went down and pleasured you and bent over the bunk, would you do it?
Extreme abuse by prison staff with male prison guards. Some male guards have been known to coerce female inmates into sexual acts in exchange for privileges or basic necessities.
Now, don't this look like a baby? This is someone's child that they're doing this to. Y'all put this in the comments. Come on. But look how grown she's acting. You know she's over 18 and she's in the woman's prison and you're the warden. Would you take advantage of this young woman? Put it in the comments and be honest. Then you could empathize with the warden.
Such as food, hygiene products, or visitation rights. This exploitation is a severe abuse of power and can have lasting psychological effects on the women. Male officers exploit their authority inappropriately, watching incarcerated women's nude bodies by standing in the dorm or shower areas, watching women undress and bathe, and commenting on their bodies. Prison staff would also fail to properly treat sick, ill, and pregnant female inmates that needed proper medical care.
That's like in the male prison. So much of us wind up getting prostate issues and colon issues over the years, and they try and write it off that it's nothing. I had to write Chuck Schumer my senator of New York State in order to get the proper medical detention while I was in the prison. Do you want to subject yourself to this?
A former Georgia inmate in 2019, Tiana Hill, said she kept telling staff that she was pregnant when she was an inmate. She could feel her baby moving inside her and had missed her period. But she said the staff insisted she wasn't pregnant and made fun of her. When she finally gave birth, she was shackled around her stomach, wrists, and feet.
Now, you done shackled the newborn baby, so that means he's going to be born with the psychological issue that he was brought into this world to be shackled and chained as a slave. And then they wonder why the youth wind up doing the things they do to wind up in the penitentiary.
After she gave birth, Hill said jail staff wrapped her child in dirty sheets and left.
Dirty sheets.
Hill eventually was taken to a hospital where she said she was allowed to see her son while handcuffed to a wheelchair. 5 days after the delivery, on Hill's birthday, she was informed that her baby had died.
How would you feel if you gave birth to a baby in prison and 5 days after that baby was born, they came and told you that the baby didn't survive?
In 2021, women in prison had a total of 753 live births, 46 miscarriages, and 11 abortions. Of the 753 live births, there were 3 newborn deaths, and nearly half of those 753 births were C-sections. In 2015, a Georgia prison doctor was caught lying on his application and work history.
So let me ask you this, right? So if you meet a female on the street after watching this video and you go to a hotel and you get naked and you see her and she got a C-section, or you're going to ask her, was you incarcerated? And see, why would you ask me something like that? Because you have a C-section and it's cheaper to give C-sections in prison to give natural birth. And, I watched a video with Unique Make Audio and it said that they gave C-sections in the prison. So I just want to know, was you in the prison? And she smacked the crap out of you. Oh, God.
After working several years with the prison, Dr. Nazaire had been previously suspended from practicing medicine in New York for his involvement in the death of 4 patients that he falsely diagnosed, and his clinic was sued for $3.3 million. When the New York Medical Board suspended Dr. Nazaire for 3 years, he became bankrupt and moved to Georgia and began living in a Holiday Inn hotel. When he applied for a temporary physician agency that partnered with the Georgia Department of Corrections, the prison hiring employer failed to read up on the doctor's background.
So could you imagine a man living in a hotel then getting an offer for $163,000? If that was you in this doctor's shoes, because we're trying to do a lot of empatheticness today, would you hide the fact that you lost your license in New York, stay in this Holiday Inn hotel, that you don't know where your next paycheck is coming from, or would you keep it away from them and take the job and get the $163,000? Be honest, y'all.
And the doctor failed to mention that he was suspended from practicing medicine in New York. When he was hired, his starting salary was $163,000. And when he was employed in Georgia, he would falsely diagnose and improperly treat female prisoners, preventing them from seeking outside hospitals, which helped the prison save money on medical expenses for inmates. Because of this, the prison awarded Dr. Nazaire with a new $175,000 pay upgrade for saving the prison money.
So could you believe that he saved the prison's money so they gave him an upgrade? If you was the doctor and you know that if you save them money by misdiagnosing females and not sending them to the outside hospital where it costs all this money for all this treatment and transportation, would you save the prison money so that you could get an uptick from $163,000 to $171,000 a year? Let's keep it 100.
Because of the doctor's careless work, within a 10-month span, a total of 9 female inmates died of complications, including cancer, infectious diseases, and heart issues. The doctor was fired and never charged for his actions. He later moved to New Jersey after being fired to attempt to practice medicine again. Not only is the prison staff an issue, but female prisons have gangs just like male prisons, which include the Latin Queens, Bloods, Crips, and MS-13.
Hit that Ooh, hit that Yeah. Baba cut up.
Okay.
Ooh. The gate. What you mean? What you mean, bro?
Charquita Cooper, who was an active blood member serving a 7-year sentence, got into an altercation with her cellmate when her cellmate refused to share her food. Cooper beat up her cellmate and bit off the top portion of her ear. Another altercation occurred when prison staff caught Cooper holding another female inmate at knife point.
Now, could you imagine being with a cell, right? This is what y'all want, male or female. Could you imagine being in the cell and you sitting there eating a bag of chips and drinking a big, prison jug of over-sweetened, over-sugared Kool-Aid, and your cellie don't have nothing to eat, and you just sitting there eating. You remember that Akon song, Locked Up? You know what I mean? Where you getting commissary and your cellie not, or your commissary, your cellie getting commissary and you not. And this young lady said, hold up, man, I want some of them chips. And she tells her, nah, these are my chips. And the girl went up to beating her up and biting off the top portion of her ear. So, you eat the chips, I eat your ear. You know what I mean? This is what you want to be subject to. You eat the chips, I eat your ear. But either way, I'm going to eat something in this on the night.
Forcing her to call her mom to send her $10,000.
Now, imagine if you were in prison, right? And somebody come up to you and say, look, I know you got the bag, your people is millionaire. I need you to send me $10,000 to this address. What are you going to say? Of course you're going to say no. But then when they up that Bethlehem, as Banky Powell says, go check out Banky Powell, right? He do the prison stories. I kind of been bouncing around, but that's still family, Now, would you call your mother while you got a knife to your neck and tell her to send $10,000 to this woman on the screen? Or would you buck and fight the knife? If you don't want to be put in this situation, don't break the law and stop running with these dudes or females that's encouraging you to break the law.
Or she would stick a sharpened toothbrush in the other female inmate's private area.
Whoa, she talking about taking a sharpened toothbrush and putting it in a coochie.
But a more crucial story is when 25-year-old Selena Holmes in 2020 was in a relationship with 31-year-old Arthur Caulfield, who was at the time serving a 15-year prison sentence for a bank robbery.
Now, mind you, he's already in jail serving 15 years for a bank robbery. Walk me through with this.
And they were both in a gang called Young and Paid.
Now, they're in a gang called Young and Paid.
While Arthur was serving his time, he scammed the Charles Schwab Bank out of $11 million.
Whoa.
He called the bank from a cell phone while in his prison cell and acted like he was Sidney Kimmel, a well-known movie producer worth $1 billion. He convinced the bank to wire him $11 million. With the money, he bought a $4.4 million house, a $398,000 Lamborghini, and he gave Selena $15,000. Bought her a Mercedes-Benz and a high-rise penthouse where her rent was $2,887 a month. All while he was in prison, Selena would help move his money around to prepare for when Arthur would finally come home in 2022. One day, Arthur sent a hit on a man who was stalking Selena, so two of Arthur's friends did a drive-by shooting in Atlanta, where...
Now, what did Selena do for these men to stalk her? That's what he should have asked. Men don't just stalk you for no reason. You had to lead them on in some type of way.
Selena was the lookout and getaway driver. The shooting left a 37-year-old man shot 9 times and paralyzed from the waist down. All of them were caught, and Selena received a 15-year sentence for her involvement.
Now she's in jail for 15 years. Let's see how it play out.
While both shooters received 30 years and 15 years. Arthur was eventually caught for his scamming, and when he was finally released, he was put in federal custody and sentenced to 135 months in federal prison. While Selena was serving her time, she had a sexual relationship with the prison counselor, where Selena would pay him $1,000 a week to smuggle in drugs.
Now, look at that counselor, right? If you was this counselor and this beautiful young lady right here pushed up on you and she said, you know what, I'm gonna give you $1,000 a week. I'll give you a little coochie here and there, a little head, whatever you need. You just bring me in what I need so I can eat and survive in the prison. Would you do it as a counselor? Be honest. Look at her. Look at him. Can you see why he did it?
And outside items banned in prison. One day, the counselor arrived at the prison for his shift, and upon entering, officers checked the counselor's bag at the prison entrance on the morning of April 28th.
That's the worst feeling in the world for an officer.
A search of his car then turned up a package with 17.5 grams of methamphetamine strips and 21.4 grams of marijuana. He was also found to have in his car and bag perfume, lip gloss, disposable contact lenses, tobacco, tea bags, bubble gum, pop rocks, and 2 red bandanas.
Okay. You females put this in it, right? I need to know, because I've been going in. Like I said, I was writing the females in the prison, but I didn't get an answer to this yet. What is the purpose of the females wanting pop rocks? Is that so that while they're playing with the ill nana, it could feel like the nana is exploding on their tongue? I mean, somebody tell me, let's learn it. Why the pop rocks in a female prison is so prevalent?
The counselor was immediately fired and sent to jail. Selena was put in solitary confinement and transferred to another prison.
Now, the pop rocks explode. You know what I mean? So that's where it's at. Huh? Tell me, would you eat the coochie with pop rocks? I don't know. Let me know, because I'm just trying to learn this, because I've been going 26 years and I see a whole lot of things going on while I've been, out here, and I'm just trying to figure this out for the life of me.
Her expected release date is September 2035.
September 2035.
Hi, my name's Nikki. I'm 24 years old. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm here at CIW, and I'm looking to meet new people. So hit me up. Let me know if you want to talk.
You see, that's what that is, right? See, I was on the pen pal site. I'm going to end out with this. I was on the pen pal site when I was locked up. I think it was Right of Prison. So if y'all looking for a prisoner, go to Right of Prison. That was a good one. And then they had Friends Behind the Wall. We put up a picture and, we tell a couple of lies and we expect to catch a couple of fish with the hook in the mouth. Now, this young lady just made her pitch because she's looking for someone to want to holler at her. Now, would you take care of this young lady in prison to hear all the things you want to hear, and you can still go out and screw who you want, do what you want, and you know that she's safely tucked away beyond the city? Put it in the comments and somebody let me know. Been up here long enough. Make sure you subscribe at my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio, and subscribe at Unique Mecca Audio TV, and subscribe at Mecca Audio TV. Let's keep it moving. Let's get out of here, because we've been here long enough. Hit the like button, share. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Cash App is on the screen. You know what it is. Unique Mecca Hall. Make sure you hit the icon to say it was created in 2020.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in hard. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Keep it moving like G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours, so we can give back to the. Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in hall. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get juice from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squealing to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s.